Goddamn, there's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? He too fucking religious. You know what I'm saying? There's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? Joe Namath, some people still get up. You know, they put on their chinchilla. They get their bottle of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they teenagers. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just how it is. You got down with Brett Favre. Them folks wake up in the morning. They still doing it like they was in high school. Like, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Well, a lot of time, sometimes the women have to go down there and goddamn, and they realize you got a lot of haters, like, you know what I'm saying? They realize you got a lot of haters, you know what I'm saying? If they don't do something, sometimes you won't live on, you know? A lot of time, if they don't do nothing, you would not live on, like, you know, some people, they just that jealous of you, you know what I'm saying? They jealous of you, right? They jealous because the women like you know what I'm saying? And you're a threat to their bottom line, you know what I'm saying? It's not the money, you know what I'm saying? A lot of time it's not the money. It's that you're a threat to them, you know what I'm saying? Because goddamn, if you get enough enough jungle juice, then you're gonna outperform them, you know what I'm saying? And they know it. It's a lot of time it ain't the athleticism. It's that the girls like them, you know what I'm saying? You know, gang, because they don't do no homework, you know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing. They don't know right from wrong. They don't know ABC 1, 2, 3. All they know is that the girls like them, you know what I'm saying? That's the only education they got, you know what I'm saying? It's sad, but it's true, ladies. You know? A lot of athletes, their education is that the girls like them. That's their education, ladies. You know, the girls do all their stuff for them. They do their essays, their book report. They don't do nothing, you know what I mean? They get up in the morning, they put on their polos and their Jordans, and they don't want no dirt to get on it. That's their education, and that the girls like them. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? So you get in there, goddamn, you're not stressing the girls. Why? Because you don't want them doing your stuff. You know, you don't want them ironing your clothes. You can do that yourself, you know what I mean? And therefore, they gonna say, well, goddamn, this dude is much more of a man than these guys whose education is only that the girls like them, you know what I mean? They gonna say, this guy have a real education, you know what I'm saying? You know, he really knows how to count and stuff, you know what I mean? You know, and he don't want nobody doing his stuff for him. He can do his own stuff, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, they already know that when these guys find out that your education is not that the girls like you, that's not your only education. That you have a real education. You know? And if you don't make it in sports, that you're gonna survive. You know, and get what? You're a threat to their bottom line. That this dude can survive without sports. You know that. So therefore, you're a threat to them. You know? This guy's gonna go to school and graduate without a PE degree. You mean it's gonna be a guy that the girls like that don't have a physical education diploma? Hell yeah. You're a threat to their bottom line. Cause all of them, their degree is PE, you know what I mean? That's their degree, a doctorate in PE, you know what I mean? Around there calling that man a doctor and he a PE degree, like a doctor at what? Pull-ups? That man got a doctorate degree in doing pull-ups and push-ups. Like, you know? It's sad, but it's true. And they gonna say that you're a threat to them, man, because all they do is get the girls, you know. And a lot of time the girls don't think they're attractive. It's just that they know that one day that they gonna get one of their brothers that made it to come back and exercise and do a training camp, you know? They don't know when, you know what I mean? They don't know how, but they know that somebody's gonna know somebody that made it. And guess what? They didn't go to school with them, you know what I'm saying? They went to school somewhere else. But they know somebody that knows somebody that's gonna get that guy to come to town one day and do a training camp for that sorry ass football team. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna take as many when I tell you, they gonna take pictures like nobody business, and it's gonna be most of their yearbook when that dude that they didn't know came to town and did a training camp for their sorry ass football team. Most of their yearbook is gonna be about that. The cookout and when they was having fun and curl ups, push ups and stuff. It's sad, but it's true. It really is sad, but it really is true. So all I can tell you now, a lot of people, they want an apology, just like Chief Murphy. When he had to tell Elijah Cummings, whatever his name is, I don't know what his name is. I know it's a bald-headed man, and he always bitching about coming across the bridge and coming to Montgomery. Every time you see him, he complaining about it. You know, I would say, man, well, goddamn it, why did you cross the bridge, man? Goddamn, every time you come to Montgomery, we're not gonna tell you sorry. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think that's why they was mad at Chief Murphy, cause he took his badge off and said, goddamn it, I'm tired of telling you I'm sorry for goddamn the Selma ass whipping. Here's a badge. You want my badge? You want my lollipop? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you, lady. But they was really mad at Chief Murphy because of that. You know, and he wasn't the chief anymore. When they said, God damn it, you took your badge off? You know what that means? You know, don't give him your badge, you know. I don't give a damn how many times you tell him that you sorry, he gonna be bitching about it. Don't never give him no property, you know what I'm saying? You beat me up at Selma. That man been saying that shit for 50 years, like, you know. Hey. How you beat me up when I came across that bridge at Selma, man? He always say that, man. Don't go for it. But nevertheless, like, man, I tell you, like, I mean, you know what people gonna say? People from Selma, they do have a valid point. People from Montgomery, they got a valid point. But you know what they gonna say? People from Selma gonna say that their point was more valid than yours. Because Montgomery was already supposedly a capital city. See what I'm saying? Montgomery didn't necessarily need anything from another city, but they did though. You know what I'm saying? They actually did need those people to come from Selma. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't have no more bright ideas. Bobby Bright lost. You know what I'm saying? Bobby Bright didn't just lose, he lost again and again and again. His bright ideas fizzled out, like, you know. And guess what? At that time, Selma, they had fresh ideas. Montgomery didn't, you know what I'm saying? You know, Montgomery was supposedly a capital city that ran out of capital. You know, Chambers County didn't have a valley of life. It had a valley of the shadow of death. You see what I'm saying? The Montgomery had came to a screeching halt right there. And the Selma boys and the country boys, they had better ideas, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but it's true, you know what I'm saying? It was a bus full of people, you know what I'm saying? And they were stronger than the entire city of Montgomery. They just was, like, you know? Sad, but it's true. The girls that they had on the bus was way thicker and finer than anybody in Montgomery at that time, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people was fighting for them to get here. Them guys were like, hell yeah, bring them on, you know what I'm saying? They were like, bring them bras on, you know what I'm saying? Shit, let them go, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of beef about that shit, you know what I'm saying? Bring them down here to the Player Club. Bring them down here to the Ben Mo Hotel.